Well, temperatures in South Florida are slowly climbing again, but with that, wildlife officials are urging people to be cautious out on the water. WPTV's Joe Lopez explains why manatees are even more vulnerable during this time of year.
Those manatees that were sheltering in warmer waters are expected to head back out, so boaters need to be on the lookout, as FWC says that there has been a high number of manatees die this year. Palm Beach County's Department of Environmental Resources Management is urging people to watch out for manatees.
I've seen a ton of manatees around the dock, in the intercoastal, where people like to motor around Peanut Island. So that's where they're hanging out. Local diver Raina Onan says manatees that were seeking warmer waters have been on the move as the weather warms back up, leaving many in the path of boats. Unfortunately, whenever we see manatees, they do have boat strikes on them, so it tells us that unfortunately it is a problem. But they're just hanging out. The thing to look for is they're right at the surface. According to Florida Fish and Wildlife, so far this year, nearly 800 manatees have died, 76 of which from boaters.
But we really just want to ask our boaters and the boating community to be really cognizant of where they're going, potentially any new zones or seasonal zones, just so we can help out the manatees the best we can.
Lack of food has also impacted the population, leading Florida Fish and Wildlife officials to relaunch a feeding program that fed manatees some 100 tons of lettuce last year near Cape Canaveral.
If you want to be strategic and get to most of the animals that you possibly can with the most amount of food, that's where we want to be, and that's where we are.
FWC officials say nutrient-based issues caused a major collapse on seagrass in the Indian River Lagoon, a major source of food for manatees.
We're all in on recovery of seagrasses in the lagoon, and this will remain a temporary process of feeding a wild population, and we hope we can end it as soon as possible.
FWC officials urge people not to feed the manatees, and if you see one that is injured, to call that hotline number on your screen. Reporting in Palm Beach County, Joel Lopez, WPTV, News Channel 5.